Where did Poppy go at the end of the game? What happened to Kissy Missy after we fell into the cave? And how did Huggy Wuggy come back to life? The ending of Chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime is extremely complex and has left us with many unanswered questions. In this video, I will answer all these questions and reveal many secrets that most people didn't notice. And I'm sure the last piece of information will shock you. But before we begin, write your favorite toy in the comments, and if you do, like the video now and subscribe to the channel. Without further delay, fasten your seatbelts and let's begin with a quick recap of the story. We start exploring the caves while Poppy returns to check on Kissy after she was attacked. That's when we meet the dough man named Dewey, who takes her to a secret place called the Safe House. There, we find many smiling critters' toys he was protecting, along with a skilled doctor capable of treating Kissy Missy, who is severely injured. At this moment, we have one main goal: obtaining the Red Hand. After defeating Yarnbee and the evil doctor Harley Sawyer, we use this hand to restart the power generator in the safe house, preventing Experiment 1006 from entering and eliminating everyone inside. From here, the real action begins as Poppy explains her carefully planned strategy to destroy everything. The plan is simple: plant explosives in the factory and escape. But unfortunately, just as we were outside, Prototype, who knows our every move, stole the explosives and used them to blow up the safe house, killing all the small toys. Dewey, unable to bear the shock, starts crying before transforming into a giant monster, seeking revenge for his family. After an intense battle, we manage to crush him under this machine and go searching for Poppy, who is hiding inside the ventilation system with Kissy. Poppy tries to contact Ollie, who had been helping us throughout Chapter 3. But the shocking revelation is that Ollie was never our little friend. He was Prototype all along, mimicking his voice to learn our plans and track our movements. Terrified, Poppy flees, leaving us alone with Kissy. Experiment 1006 detonates another explosion, causing us to fall into the laboratory area, where we find an abundance of poppy flowers and a recorded tape of Leith Pierre, who states that this is a trap designed to capture anyone who enters the area. Then, out of nowhere, Huggy Wuggy appears and attacks. Throughout Chapter 4, everyone believed the main villain was Harley Sawyer, responsible for the horrific experiments and the elimination of the small toys. But after we completely destroyed him, we discovered it was all a massive deception. The real mastermind was Experiment 1006. Poppy had a carefully crafted plan to redirect the gas and plant explosives to destroy Prototype. But he was extremely intelligent and easily outwitted her. When she thought she was speaking to her old friend Ollie and revealing her next move, she had no idea she was actually speaking to Experiment 1006 the entire time, who possesses the ability to mimic any voice perfectly. Prototype is merciless, and his deception led to the deaths of countless innocent toys who had been living safely under Dough Man's protection. To Dewey, these small toys were his family, and he tried to protect them ever since Experiment 1006 began his plan to take over Playtime Co. during what is known as the Play Hour. The saddest part is that Dewey tried multiple times to warn us that Poppy's plan was too dangerous and could lead to the destruction of the safe house. And this is exactly what happened. After we planted the explosives, Prototype stole and detonated them inside, eliminating everyone inside. That was the beginning of our nightmare, especially after witnessing Dewey's reaction. Unable to bear the loss, he broke down in tears. From the very beginning, he was our friend. Despite being aggressive toward Pianosaurus, his only goal was to protect us. Everyone realized he had a kind heart, unlike the other monsters. But at the end of the game, when he returned to the safe house and found his friends dead, he lost control of his anger, transforming into a giant beast determined to eliminate us and avenge his family. His story is heartbreaking because he didn't want to attack us. He just couldn't control himself. Even in his final moments, he apologized before dying. This ties back to the horrific experiments conducted on orphans inside Playtime Co. For me, Dewey was our only true friend in the game. Don't forget, Poppy, who I've never trusted since Chapter 1, and honestly despise, abandoned us, leaving us alone with Kissy Missy, just as she once abandoned Dewey. Even the Smiling Critters toys stated they hated and distrusted Poppy. If you look closely, You can find a drawing of her on the wall, next to a phrase saying, "She left us." After everything we did for her, freeing her from the box, protecting her from Mommy Longlegs, and eliminating Catnap, she still left without hesitation, fleeing to an unknown location out of fear of Experiment 1006. At this moment, Prototype says his plan is going perfectly. But what exactly is his plan? And why does he want to capture Poppy? After staying with Kissy Missy, Experiment 1006 detonates the stolen explosives again, causing us to fall deep into the factory. As Kissy tries to save us, she fails and loses her right hand. We reach the laboratory area, which is considered Experiment 100's home, where he was imprisoned and experimented on by scientists. As the first successful and most intelligent experiment, security here is incredibly tight. Doors are heavily reinforced, preventing any monsters from breaking through. We also find another recorded tape of Leith Pierre, mocking anyone who reached this area, as playing the tape actually triggers an alarm that leads to their doom. At that moment, we hear Huggy Wuggy's security alarm. Remember, he was created under the Big Bodies program to serve as a security guard against intruders. Using free camera mode, you'll notice he's in terrible condition. His body is completely damaged, and he's missing his left hand. This confirms he's the same creature we knocked down at the end of Chapter 1, sending him deep into the depths of Playtime Co. One of the biggest secrets of the story is a hidden tape you can find during Dewey's rampage as a giant monster. You only have a few seconds to grab it before rocks fall and block the path forever. In this tape, Poppy discusses what happened during the play hour, calling it a terrifying night. She believed Prototype was trying to help them escape, not betray and eliminate everyone. She expresses deep sorrow for the humans who died that day. This confirms that Poppy and Experiment 1006 once worked together. During the play hour, she wanted to escape Playtime Co. forever. But Prototype warned her this was too dangerous. If humans caught them, they would be subjected to even more horrific experiments. This explains Poppy's plan to blow up the entire factory and eliminate everyone at once. However, Prototype threatened to lock her inside the crate again if she tried to escape. The ending is incredibly complex and leaves us with many theories. Was Huggy Wuggy really trying to help us at that moment, rather than attacking? The red gas had begun spreading through the lab, causing us to lose consciousness, making us easy prey for Prototype. I will discuss Huggy Wuggy's story in a separate theory video, uncovering all his secrets since the beginning. So don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss it. What do you think of Chapter 4's ending? Do you have any questions or theories? Share them in the comments. I read them all. Thank you, and see you soon.